Last summer, when Elon Musk helped to fan the flames of racism here in the UK after those dreadful Southport murders, and Elon Musk did this by spreading disinformation, of course, I said at the time he was, in my view, one of the most dangerous men on the planet. And everything that he has done since then, I think, has only reinforced that view. He's used his vast billions to gain access and extreme influence, some might say even control, of the White House, of the president-elect, quite possibly and arguably the most powerful man on the planet. And what we've seen in the last couple of weeks is Musk again using his enormous influence, wealth, and his social media platform to try to overthrow the democratically elected Prime Minister of the UK. Look, I belong to a different party to Keir Starmer, but it doesn't matter what party you belong to. You have to respect the fact that there was democratic elections and Prime Minister Keir Starmer won a significant mandate to govern. To have somebody like Elon Musk, who in my view is the world's biggest oligarch, trying to subvert democracy is unacceptable. And look, let's focus on the issues that he seems to be focused on, which is these grooming gangs. So the first thing to say, of course, is that I hope, as somebody who is Scottish, Pakistani in origin, that these disgusting individuals who committed such crimes, I hope that they rot in prison. I've got no sympathy whatsoever for them. And I think every decent human being would feel the same way. The question I've got for Elon Musk is, how come you've said nothing about anybody else who's committed such disgraceful crimes, whether they're white or European or not Muslim, if they're Christian or atheist or agnostic? How come you've not mentioned those people who've been involved in the sexual exploitation of young children? And the second thing I would say is that it seems to me that Elon Musk wishes to only highlight crimes that Muslims have been involved in. And in every single community, every single faith, there's going to be, I'm afraid, a small percentage of people who do terrible, terrible things. The accusation from many on the far right is that it's not a small minority, but actually that people who are Muslim or Pakistani in origin are somehow more predisposed to committing such crimes. I'm afraid that's pseudo-racial science that belongs in the dustbin of history alongside the Nazis. When Elon Musk first took over from X, many of us were worried about the implications. And there's no doubt that X has now become a cesspit of disinformation. And of course, the cheerleader-in-chief of spreading disinformation is Elon Musk himself. He did it during the Southport race riots, and he has done it virtually every day since. On a daily basis, he spreads disinformation. And Elon Musk is not an idiot, far from it. They often say there's a fine line between genius and crazy, and I think Elon Musk demonstrates that phrase to be true every single day. But he's not an idiot. He knows that the information or disinformation he's spreading is simply not accurate. And why does he do it? What's the motivation? What drives Elon Musk? I think it's quite obvious. Elon Musk is supporting the far right. He's supporting white supremacy. And of course, that rise in far right populism, if there's one thing that it's driven by the hatred of Muslims. And we have seen the people that Elon Musk supports. He demands freeing Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson, of course, a man who called Islam a violent and fascist ideology. He called Islam a mental illness. Elon Musk supports Geert Wilders. Geert Wilders, who calls for the Quran to be banned and compares it to Mein Kampf. He supports the AfD in Germany. The AfD, who dedicated an entire chapter of their manifesto titled "Islam Does Not Belong in Germany." So this rise of far-right populism that's sweeping across the entirety, not just of Europe, but the Western world is driven by anti-Muslim hatred, and the chief propagandist is Elon Musk and X.